Hello, everyone, to all my followers on YouTube and those on Ambitious About Autism who will still remember me. It's been a long time since I've given an update on my progress, but it's been a long journey over the past 2 years since graduating from the Open University with my Master's in Engineering. So, without further ado, 8 days ago I got the best news I could have had, and something I'd almost given up hope on. I've finally been offered a graduate engineering position. As of September, I will be a graduate systems design engineer for MBDA Missile Systems in Bristol. Ironically, I'm following my granddad, John Harlow, into missiles, ballistics engineering. It's been a long, long route to get here, numerous letdowns, determination, keeping up hope, and also a lot of pushing from those around me to keep me going. My journey, to this point has taken 2 years since my graduation, since finishing my Master's in Engineering, so I'll share with you a little bit about the journey. Each interview experience has been unique in its own right for the different companies I've applied for. There's been British Gypsum, BSI, a position at Luton Airport, SMC Pneumatics, Leonardo, Lockheed Martin, and Airbus, and finally to MBDA. Finding the right position in engineering is only part of the battle. It is when you're trying to find a job in engineering. Finding the right position that suits you is not only half the battle. The other half is finding a company that will offer you, give you the means to best demonstrate your abilities. There are many different types of interviews, strength or competency-based ones. My best one has been strength-based, which has been given me the best opportunity to demonstrate my abilities and the person I truly am. But also, the company has to officially acknowledge what's unique about you and understand your traits which make you unique. I'm not going to say that make you different from others. We're all different. The traditional companies like BSI, British Gypsum, and Luton Airport as well have all been the traditional base, where they just simply ask you competency questions. SMC Pneumatics gave me the chance to demonstrate my ability by giving a presentation. It did hit on what I've done academically, and so did Leonardo, but also may allow me to demonstrate the kind of person I was. As Lockheed Martin also demonstrated that as well, demonstrated strength-based, but Airbus was clearly not one of the best ones, and which threw you right into the deep end, and you really have to be able to be on top of your game. You have to, with engineering-based questions, which are based on the position you're applying for. MBDA offered the strength-based position, and after officially acknowledging my Asperger's syndrome, they gave me the opportunity just to, get my head around on the group exercise specifically, but they didn't really need to offer much support. They didn't. They created a safe and comforting environment for me to work in, and even demonstrated my abilities, allowed me to demonstrate my abilities well with others. 2 months ago, I did have a strong letdown from MBDA. I narrowly missed out on the position I was applying for at a more local position at their branch in Stevenage, but by allowing me to demonstrate my abilities to the best, they kept my details aside, and then 2 months later offered me the chance to have a telephone interview for another position in Bristol. And after clearly showing off the kind of person I can be and what I can offer to the company, 8 days ago I received the phone call from the very same person who told me the worst possible news 2 months ago, and I am now free to begin my career in engineering, and my future is truly here. I wish to say, though, that working away from home is not something I initially wanted to hope for too much, but I was prepared to embrace. It will mean new challenges. It will It'll mean a full-time position, which in living by myself, independently for the first time, and also how being away from friends and family, and also having to pay for my own expenses such as rent and cooking my own meals. But I'm going to say it's not going to be. There will be tears shed when the time comes. It would be a big adjustment for anyone, not just someone with Asperger's syndrome or autism. But I'm not going in totally blind. I've had dry runs at doing this. I've had 2 weeks of work experience over the past 8 months. I have one in Wales and one in Derby where I've had to stay away from home. So I've had the dry run of knowing what it's going to be like. And with the miracle of Wi-Fi and mobile phones, home is never more than a phone call away. And also at my stage in life, you would be ready for your independence. And I like to keep busy, I do as well. You never like to sit around doing nothing. It will be different to what I'm used to, but I will adjust us to it. But also in terms of being away from home, it doesn't have to be 7 days a week. There will be weekends. So with the money I will be earning, and even after taking into account how my expenses I'd have to pay for, I would still have more money in my pocket than I would now in my current job. And so I can always come home for 2 days, Friday nights, and go back on Sunday evenings. So I will not be away from home permanently. And that will help break me in for being prepared to be full-time independent in 2 years after the graduate program, if I am assigned to Bristol again, or whether I'm assigned somewhere more locally, like Stevenage or Bolton, or whatever company I may end up with afterwards. But I hope MBDA will offer me a long-term career prospect. So basically what I'm trying to share is in order to find the right position, after you've finished your higher education, it's not just finding a position which is suitable to you with the mixture of qualifications you have, like me, perhaps, for instance. You have to find a company that will test you in the way which is best for you. In this case, MBDA was the company that best allowed me to demonstrate my abilities, which was a strength-based interview, and clearly showed interest in me by keeping my details aside after I didn't quite make it for the other position. And as for leaving home, you have to be able to work. All you need to do is work things out, how it's going to work for you, and to see the benefits of it. I'll enjoy hoi cooking, which I've learned to do over the past 3 years. I will. And being independent, and it will be good too. And also keeping busy will also be good for me, because I enjoyed being busy. I did on my work experiences. I did it in Wales and Derby. And there'll always be holidays to look forward to every year, and Christmas as well will be only about 3.5 months away when September starts. So if anyone has any questions about the journey, I've taken over the past 2 years, or want some advice, please post your questions and I will answer them. Because that's one thing I'm looking forward to in Bristol, being able to be involved with STEM activities, being able to be an example to other students who have autism or learning difficulties, which is something MBDA offers. So I look forward to hearing your replies. I'll update again later in the year when I feel I'm settled in. So, bye-bye for now. Thank you.